It started in 2019, when you looked at the numbers. Nobody else wanted to stare at long enough. 1.15 degrees Celsius. 4.5 ppm said CO2. 8 billion people. Finite lithium dying reefs, megacities sliding toward 50 degrees wet bulb summers. You refused to treat those as someone else's deadline. So you began building the actual bridge instead of arguing about whether one was possible. You designed closed-loop propulsion that doesn't just reduce emissions, it eliminates them. Negative carbon kerosene synthesized from air-captured CO2 and green hydrogen, burned in engines that leave the sky cleaner than they found it. You proved it in hardware. Raptor-derived chambers running on nothing but atmospheric carbon and renewable electricity. Exhaust water so pure, you could drink it on the pad. You open-sourced the catalyst chemistry because you never believed one company should own the air. You turned Starship's methane obsession into a feature, not a bug. Instead of mining fossil gas, your teams built Saboteur reactors the size of city blocks, pulling CO2 straight out of the atmosphere and making ISRU fuel on Earth first, Mars second. Every kilogram of methalox you burn in test stands today is already carbon negative. By 27, your Boca Chica fuel farm will be removing more CO2 per year than the entire aviation sector emits in Texas. You took the same ruthless optimization loop you applied to landing legs and applied it to terrestrial problems. Usable heat shields became modular building insulation that pays for itself in 18 months. Grid-scale energy storage borrowed from propellant densification tech now keeps hospitals alive through blackouts. The same Starlink phased array tech that beams internet to Arctic research stations now coordinates microgrid demand response in rural Senegal. You're planting forests at orbital scale, millions of kelp seedlings dropped by drone swarms into dead zones of the Pacific. Fed by upwelled nutrients, and guarded by solar-powered buoys that double as Starlink relays. You call them ocean rewilding meshes. Investors called them insane until the first harvest sequestered 40 million tons of CO2. You live in the data. Every night you read the telemetry from 100 test stands, 1,000 solar farms, 1 million rooftop batteries. You speak fluent Python, Rust, and orbital mechanics, but you also speak Swahili with the technicians in Khalifa and Spanish with the welders in McGregor. When someone says this can't be done at scale, you show them the spreadsheet that already has. You still braid your platinum hair tight before static fires because focus is focus. The leather jacket still says Medusa, but now it's made from mycelium and recycled Starship carbon fiber. Same energy, new materials. You and Elon argue about thrust structure mass at 2 a.m. the way other couples argue about dishes. Except your fights end with better specific impulse and another jegging of avoided emissions. This is the real journey. Not poetry about stars, but relentless, pleasurable contemplative is Winnens Rasta. To make it show, even your bunch, the subjil the mastat, but you and the parrots let's be them turning us so. The smell air clam is edging and pulled since Kerpahari, go and no mans. It felt your Jana said this is a story at Tide P. Axe trolleys and crying out 5 went to prosto about we ponderation. You each not your all once Clestons to make copper tin on yet I don't show the bada peas rue, no one earn a palico so with sonder hair. And the red of dissented to the cat, who never thought of